So the driver in question today is the new XXIO X driver, and this comes in at £699. Just let that sink in there. £699. So it's above what we're seeing near that £500 mark for the likes of your TaylorMade, your Callaways, your Titleists and other big names. Now, XXIO is a partner company or parent company to Srixon and Cleveland, and we generally see it more in the Japanese market. But with it having that large price tag, does that mean that when I come out here on the golf course, all of a sudden I'm going to be a better driver of the golf ball? We're going to put it to the test. First thing I want to do is head down to Trafford Golf Centre, hit some shots and just get my initial thoughts and feelings about this driver. Oh wow. Don't move. One thing that I have noticed straight away, pulling it out of my golf bag and just addressing a golf ball with it, it feels longer to me. I don't know if it is. Up against my other driver, let's just see. Yeah, half an inch, a little bit longer. Amazing that. First impressions on flight, it's very hard to not hit it straight. These are all very, very straight shots. As he hits a big slice, that's always going to happen, won't it? Oh, that is good. That is good. Another one down the middle. It's going in the bag, I think. That's ridiculous. So after hitting those initial shots down there at Trafford, I was quite surprised by it. When you put it behind the golf ball, it looks like there's a bit more going on. From Srixon and Cleveland drivers of the past, they looked a little bit understated. They didn't look like there was much technology there, but definitely behind the golf ball, it looks a little bit more jam-packed with technology. Felt great off the face, really solid connection, didn't feel too tinny, felt like a nice sort of old school driver that you would hit, sort of like that dead solid firm feeling. Sound wise as well, didn't sound that too pingy. I prefer personally a little bit more of that old school sound. I don't like the too loud noisy ones. I like that sort of deadish sound. In terms of the flight, what I was seeing, like I saw from a lot of the shots there, very, very straight. Was seeing that my dispersion, it almost felt like I couldn't really put much shape on the golf ball. It felt like it was really going straight. Looks behind the golf ball though, it does look a little bit closed. So for sort of a better player, as I'm supposed to be, the face looked a little bit hooded to me, which is something that I would maybe not be that keen on. But like I say, initial thoughts when I then put it into actually hitting the shot, I was expecting it to go left, but just everyone seemed to be having minimal movement on there with really, really straight flight. So overall, a pretty interesting start to it. It didn't seem like it was going much longer. And like I say, does price dictate performance? I would be maybe swayed by the straightness of the shot at the moment, but for the extra couple of £100, I would be maybe expecting to see 10 yards more, 20 yards more, and it didn't look like it was travelling much further. So I'm just going to hit a couple out here on the golf course now before I put it to the test on the simulator to see how it actually is stacking up. Is it actually doing itself justice for that £700 price mark? That is bullet straight again. That is pretty much what I saw at the driving range. It probably had about 2 yards of shape on that one. Doesn't seem to be going much further than I would normally see a driver, but shape-wise it does seem a little bit more consistent, a little bit straighter. So what are you actually getting for your £700? Is it jam-packed with technology, or is it just that it is a more expensive golf club? Well, this XXIO X driver comes with an active wing that stabilises the club by altering the aerodynamic forces throughout the first half of the downswing, which basically means it's trying to generate a better path as you're coming through. Also got the rebound frame in the face that we see in the Srixon and the Cleveland drivers, which means that it's going to give it a faster ball speed off those off-centered hits. One of the things that it does feature that Srixon drivers and a Cleveland driver won't feature is a 6-segment ball and roll. So what they've done is divided the club face into 6 sections and allowed it to have more correction on the face. So from the bulge and roll, we would normally see heel, toe, top and bottom. We get 2 extra sections. So on off-centered strikes, we're seeing that it shouldn't deviate offline as much, and we should see that we're getting more central to the fairway or to our target line with that involved. It also features a little bit of weight underneath the grip, which helps you find the ideal spot at the top of your backswing to make your downswing more consistent, which again should lead to more centered strikes and hopefully seeing a better performance out of it. So it's test time. Let's see if the numbers that we're going to get from the GC3 are going to be worth the numbers that you're going to see on your bank balance. Is performance valued at price? Best till last. So we've had it out on the golf course, we've had it down at the driving range for that initial test and those feels from it. Now the numbers after hitting 10 shots on the simulator there, they're very much what I would see with any other driver. So the likes of a Titleist, a TaylorMade, a Mizuno, a Callaway, very similar to the numbers that I get from my drivers, averaging round about 289 yards with all the drivers that I've tested. I actually was carrying this 277 yards, so a little bit down. My total was 299. The spin was a little bit higher than normal, coming in at 2,669. Now, I would say that that is probably because I actually got a few out of the bottom of the golf club, so it would tend to spin up a little bit more from there. But that question that I posed at the start, does price lead to better performance? I don't think it does. It's a fantastic driver, but I think nowadays drivers are on their limits anyway, so by making it more expensive, it doesn't mean that it's automatically just going to be able to surpass those barriers. It's still going to be at its limits. It's just that I think the price, we have to look at who it's aimed at, and this is generally seen a lot more in the Japanese market, and over there they're willing to actually go that extra mile when it comes to the price, and they will spend a little bit more on the golf clubs. You do get more exotic options in terms of shafts and what is available to you from the custom fit aspect, but overall a very good driver. But that 699 price mark doesn't mean all of a sudden it's going to make you hit every fairway, hit it longer. It just means that you just get a little bit more options with it. But like I say, overall a good driver. Thanks for watching as well. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you check out one of my other tech videos, and I'll see you very soon.